Hey guys, and welcome back to Randyll Tarly, Samwell Tarly, and the other people we've met and got involved with. And we can see here the marriage has been accepted. Congratulations, Randyll. And of course, I was about to lose a bet, and although I felt inclined to cheat, I had to be just, though it cost me some gold. It was worth it. Upon the conclusion of a long council meeting, you decide to make a toast. Of course, one toast eventually becomes many. And time seems to slip away. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Later, as you leave the council chamber, you stumble and fall on your face. You can feel the taste of blood in your mouth, and dizziness is setting in. Help! No need to draw attention. Yeah, there's no way Randyll Tarly is going to scream for help. Tuh, that's not what we're going to do. But Samwell, even though he did not get a very good education, I'm still happy. You know what? I think Randyll Tarly would be very proud of him. He's a skilled fighter. He's brave. He's diligent. He's got good martial. He will make a good lord. Maybe not as good as me, obviously. You know, I'm Randyll Tarly. How could he expect to be as good as me? We've got the betrothal of the Florent then as well. That we could have almost a double marriage there, Samwell. She will almost be able to marry you at the same time as my wife. Isn't that lovely? Father-son marriage. You know, me and Samwell were just so close. We're such good friends right now. Has declared Valeman civil war to increase council power. Okay. So, we're still holding on for now. The Lannis, Jamie has still not kind of gone in and taken out our main armies. That's all he'd need to do really to beat us. There we go. We can see this army here destroying some of our allies. What is this? An education for Byron Tarly. He's got one there, he's got one there, one there. Now, that means learn education would be the best, and we can't choose that. So, probably one of these two. And obviously, we're going to go for fighting because, you know, I'm Randyll Tarly. What do you expect me to do? I could force him to train, but it's not really good for him. He's not good at it. I'm going to do it, though. I think that's what Randyll Tarly... He's going to push his other child as well. I wounded him, apparently. I wounded Byron. I'm sorry, Byron. Byron, he's obviously not as good a natural fighter as Samwell. But yeah, I think we'd be happy with Samwell Tarly. He's not perfect, but technically his skill with a sword is better than mine. I'm just strong, really. Yeah, you can see there he's only got a 6 technically, but I will be obviously giving him Heartsbane when I die, so he will have that, of course. And what was that scream? Lisa Tully was suspiciously killed. What a surprise. A lot of things going on in that Vale. A lot of interesting, suspicious, kind of sneaky things going on in that Vale. I wonder who knows what in that Vale, because that is so weird. But yeah, I was struck with nervous excitement when the Master, Mern, announced the lance was nearing its completion. Today I've received a master in my throne room, my house, a sturdy box in his arms, and as he opens the lid, I find it almost impossible to breathe. What will you name her, my lord? The Impaler, the Trident, the Piercer is a fitting name. No, I think the Piercer. The Impaler or the Piercer is what I feel like he would go for. I'm going to go Piercer because Impaler feels more like it's something to torture people. Impaler, the Piercer feels like something to, you know, pierce things and strike into the hearts of men. Like Heartsbane, so we'll go for that. There we go. The Piercer. The first piece of treasure we have in our family's heirloom. Obviously, Heartsbane is our family's greatest treasure, but it's nice to have another one. Still, this war's going on. Unless, like, Robert actually sends his men to, you know, Manderford, I can't see this war, you know, not finishing. It's just going to go on forever right now. Rennie's 18, still not got married. Okay, so they're going to attack these guys. That should be the end of our main forces. Was I actually there? Yeah, I think I was there at the time. Luckily, I wasn't killed. But now I've been raised more men. So I've been put into... Oh, there we go. Was it White Peace? White Peace. Ah, are you kidding me? Ah. That's probably the worst thing in my opinion that happened. Like, if we'd have won... That'd have been hilarious, cause a bit of chaos. If we lose, then obviously Willis, you know, might lose his title, which is what I want. Byron became a trained fighter. Well, there we go. But in this situation, we'll take him on to Squire now because, you know, Samwell's no longer with us. But with this situation, nothing happens. So we're just back underneath Willis, who hates me. He absolutely hates me, but he knows he needs me. And a liberation revolt. Damon Nemiros. Mother Roy. 20,000 men. All in Dawn. He needs to give Dawn away. Until the next time. But we know, obviously, Aemon up north. He's just a young boy. So this could be why, you know, he's not done anything just yet. He's only 12 years old. But in the future, he could lay a claim upon the Iron Throne at any time. They better not use it. So he could lay a claim on that at any time. So that could cause chaos at any point. So I don't think these wars are over just yet. But Willis got lucky there. It looks as though Robert maybe has learned a lesson. He's decided to finally be merciful. He's never been merciful before. Normally he's, you know, pretty much, you know, heads on blocks, you know, heads on spikes. That sort of thing. So far for us. Very different, obviously, to, you know, the main normal storyline in the books and TV show, where actually he had quite a lot of peace until the Greyjoys kind of ruined it. He was a pretty good ruler until the Greyjoys. Well, not when I say good ruler, I mean there was lots of peace. That's what I mean by that. And what was that? Gerion's war for the Westerlands. Does he actually have any helpers, any allies? No, just Castamere. So we have a second war, a second Castamere rebellion. They're going to lose so badly. You'd like to investigate Willis's legitimacy. You know what? Randyll Tarly does not like him. We are rivals, so yes, I accept. Randyll Tarly's not necessarily going to be a good vassal anymore because we are rivals with Willis. We've never got along since he's gotten older. It just never worked. What the? He's trying to fabricate a claim on the West March. You son of a... That's my land. You can see here. Me and Willis, we do not get along at all. So, Randyll Tarly may turn against him at one point in the future, but only if it makes sense and seems dutiful. But right now, it does not. Have a quick look at the factions, though. Crown Loyalists, Liege Loyalists, yeah. We just wouldn't join either of them, I don't think. Intrigue, anything to go on here? We'll have a quick look at the King's Guard. There's been a few wars, a few battles. We can see how it's changed. Oh, wow. There's only 2 members. Alessander Purpleheart and Lord Commander Richard Lonmouth. They're the only 2 left. I guess they all died in the wars and stuff, so... minus 39%. What is going on right now? Robert, you need to take care of that. And Andrew Harleton was buried alive by Robert. See? Robert has gone back to his, you know, head on spike ways. He just couldn't get Willis, that's all. If he could have got Willis, I guess he probably would have done it. Which my character probably would have quite liked, to be honest. Randyll probably would have been very happy with that. We got a big fight going on here. They 12,000 men. You could go in. Look, you're a bit late. I mean, you're a bit late. You could have defeated them already. 100 men. 700. But they're going to fight now. And there we go. Minus 33%. How many men are there? 15,000? Okay, that could be the end of that then. So Robert may have taken over the south there. Sorry, dealt with the south, I guess. Not taken over. Another son. Stefan Baratheon. He is a sickly child. Just making sure she has no lovers or anything specific. Jaime. Cersei is now in your dungeon. I have no idea how this must have gone, you know. Her husband declaring war for his claim when there was. Maybe she pushed him to go to rebellion, so that way Jaime would execute him and take her out of the marriage. That's what I'm thinking is going on. But Jaime did not know. And so Jaime, when he defeated them, she told him, "See, Jaime, look what I did. Look what I did for us. Now you can execute him and you can divorce your wife." And Jaime was just like, "What is wrong with you, Cersei? You can't just you just killed hundreds of people. People died in that rebellion." And Cersei's like, "Who cares? I want you." And he's put her in jail to calm her down, I guess. Everything's gone quite peaceful, though. Very surprised. Hanged the rebellion. I'm just looking forward to seeing what happens with Aemon. That is what I'm interested in. Aegon has now almost become a man. Still in King's Landing. Okay. The Sword of the Morning, though. Let's go a quick look see if he's still over there. He does seem to still be over there. Yeah, and Pentos. What? What? What the? Robert Baratheon asked for Samwell Tarly. He asked for Samwell Tarly to be a member of his King's Guard. What ridiculous alternative storyline is this? Luckily, Samwell refused. Yeah, the house needs him, but that would have been amazing. I mean, he obviously was on the Night's Watch, and the King's Guard is kind of a funny difference there. That is awesome. See, Randyll, we're proud of the fact he was asked. The fact he was asked makes us very proud of our son. See, he's a proper Tarly. You are worthy of the sword, Samwell. You are worthy. You're a proper man now. I made a man out of you. Very good job. Yeah, I think we did a good job. I think we did a good job here. We need to defeat the Targaryens. Wait, no. Actually, I guess we don't know what side we support. We support who's ever in charge, really. That's what Let's go speed up a bit, because there's nothing specific really going on for us right now. To kill Willis. Ooh. Would Randyll go that far? Would he be really willing to kill Willis? We're going to decline. But he's not going to get involved. So he's just not going to get involved. He just won't help, though. Loras, though, is now 15. He became a skilled fighter. Very good there. Seems to be more sort of a... Not really a leader of men, though. So some people plan to kill Willis Tyrell. Which, I mean, if he was killed, Randyll would be very happy. Because he'll probably like Loras a lot more than he would Willis. Uplands de jour war. Not really important right now. Balon Greyjoy is now known as the Rash. I write to a letter. Lord Willis is not the child of Lord Paramount Mace at all, but a product of adultery on the part of his mother and another man. I urge all good lords of the realm to take up arms against him. So they're now saying that Willis is a bastard. There's a lot of rumors going around that maybe his mother, Illyri the Unfaithful, she is known as the Unfaithful. You know, that's something to take into account. I guess that's because now she is because of this rumor going around. So maybe that's slightly unfair. Oh, she got married again to an oak cart. Interesting there. Very interesting. But Byron should still be the heir. He is still the heir. Good, good, good. He's a craven. No, Byron. Byron. If your father could see you now. If your father could see you've turned into Samwell. You're the new Samwell, except for you're a trained fighter. I don't think Samwell's a trained fighter. He might be. He might just be fat. He could still be a trained fighter. I don't know, because obviously he did learn to fight. He just wasn't good at it, maybe. I'm not sure. Of course, I should have known. My opinion of him goes down. Following evidence, they argue that he lacks his father's features. Has been carrying on an affair. All lies. So I think Randyll, because he doesn't like him, would kind of be like, of course, I should have known. This doesn't surprise me. No wonder I got along very well with Mace, but I don't get along with him. So we're going to start... I think Randyll's going to kind of believe this. And this is going to turn him even more against Willis. He's now thinking kind of like, not only do I not like him, but now he could possibly also be not a legitimate child of Mace Tyrell. That means he shouldn't have the reach. We'll be very upset about that. The Greyjoy just died. Was it him? Yeah, I think it was Marin who just died. Poor him. What is this? Hold a tourney. We'll leave that for now. But this could lead to some rebellions. He's got Robert to like us more. Good to know. Let's look at the factions here. Lord Loras for the Reach. Well, there we go. The North March is trying to push that right now. The Durwells. They've gone all aboard that. They agree. They think that maybe Willis is not truly the son of Mace Tyrell. Randyll would not be surprised. He would not be surprised at all. I mean, I never saw him come out of his father's sperm. That's a weird sentence. I'm not going to say that ever again. I don't think I'll ever say that ever again. Let's forget I said that. Let's move on. Let's move on. Move on, everyone. Nothing to see here. Robert the Imperious. Things have been quite peaceful, though. Oh, look at this, then. So we've got the High Towers have joined it now. And so is Golden Grove. Very interesting to see. Let's see if we can get the alliance with the Hightowers, actually. Yep, we can. We've got an alliance with the Hightowers. These are families. I'm marrying into all the important families in the Reach. Because that's important. And here we go. I can have... Oh, perfect timing. We can have the marriage as well. Me marrying the Hightower girl. There we go. I got a nice young wife. You know, I've raised my 2 children. They've moved on. They've got married. Well, one of them's going to get married soon, but they're basically married. They're done. Randyll needs a second part of his life. You know, I'm a man. I'm 41 years old. I still have a lot of life in me. I can take on a young girl. I can keep up with her. People respect wealth. Yes, people will respect me if I don't ask for wealth. 1 week claim. We could push for Quentin Old Flowers. Now, if we did that, it would then go to this brother, the Ambrose, and that child. Interesting. But we do have that if we needed to, but I don't think we do. I don't think that's useful. I could have married my daughter to him. Then again, he's quite young. My nephew, Byron, practically lives in the kitchen. The little glutton. Birch him. Yeah, we're going to birch him. Beat it out of him. Stop eating so much, you're a craven. He is turning into the new Samwell. What has happened here? I should teach him to be more proud. I could never be like me anyway. He's developing a stubborn streak. I don't think Randyll would care too much about that. He probably thinks that can be good, but... Is he? Yeah, he is gluttonous. He still is gluttonous. He's a craven. He's a glutton. He's kind. This is bloody... This is Samwell 2.0. War against the tyranny of Edmer from the Blackwoods. Lucas the Black. Lucas the Black. What an odd set of events. What an odd set. Luckily, he's not inheriting my lands, but you know what? For your father's sake, you're still going to inherit the Oakcott lands. You know, you're worthy of those lands because those are not our ancestral lands. If he was going to inherit, obviously, the West March, I would not let him because the West March is our ancestral lands. He's obviously not worthy of the sword either. The claim on the Reach for Lord Loris Tyrell. So they're pushing for Loris's claim on the Reach, and this includes quite a few different people. The ones we saw before, including the Oakcarts now. And we have a couple of other ones, you know, Withers, and what's the other small one? The Caswells. Interesting. How many men do you have to support you, Willis? You have 15,000 men. You're not married just yet. Oh no, you are married, but I don't think you can have kids yet. But Willis, look at that. He's not turned out too bad, actually. Most of them are above 10, and he's a skilled fighter. Loris probably wouldn't be too bad a leader. But the North March has pushed this. The Durwells are pushing for this claim. We're obviously going to support Willis for now. We think there's a possibility he could be, but we're not completely sure. We do kind of agree that there's some suspicious things going on, and we're not fond of Willis, but it's my duty to take his side. I mean, could I change side if I wanted to? Offer to join war? No, I can't do that right now. Yeah, I can't really change sides anyway, but so we'll just go with that. He's kind of unsure, so he's going to take the side in which, you know, is the, is what's now, basically. The highlight of Flint's finger. Okay, that's fine. What's happening up here? Robert, how are you? Another daughter. Brienne Baratheon. Brienne Baratheon. Interesting name. Interesting name indeed. Here they come. 8,000. Where are our men? I hate when they're so small. I don't know why it does that sometimes where you can't see how many soldiers it is. It doesn't come up big like this. I don't know why it does it like that sometimes. As the council meeting ends, Maester William pulls you to the side. He talks to you at length about the need to respect the authority of the seven-pointed star when making decisions in the council. Apparently the council is in agreement on you having neglected to do so, but fortunately William offers to help you. You could do that for me? I'm in your debt. No, there's no place for seven-pointed star in politics, no. Yeah. There's no place for it in politics. We gotta do what we have to do. That is politics. Oh, to replace... Okay. Euron's claim on the Iron... What the... Why are they fighting... Robert? Robert does not have the Iron Isles. So Euron Crow's Eyes come to attack... Interesting. Of the Iron Isles. Okay, I'm not sure why this has happened. Is it because there's already a civil war right now? A revolt against Balon Greyjoy? Okay, but Euron Crozai's come back from some travels, I guess. And now, yeah, he's a mystic and, you know, torture and stuff. He's come back from some adventures. And he's claiming the Iron Isles for his own. He's got 4,000 men. But apparently, he's attacking Robert. Which seems really silly. Let's have a quick look here. Yeah, I guess because it's underneath, because they're already at war. So he has to do it against Robert, but obviously when he did that war, it was probably against even that 14,000 men. Yeah, Euron Crozai's just crazy. That's the problem. There was no way he was ever going to win, no matter what. Geryon Lannister was mauled to death by lions. Oh, and he released Cersei Lannister. Of course he did. And the daughter, Lyanna Lannister, has taken over Castamere. She got married to Lucien Lannister. This daughter could be Jaime's daughter as well. His wife is in jail. Jaime imprisoned the left. Maybe he is doing what? Maybe he's going to, like, divorce her and marry Cersei. I mean, it could happen. My wife, Michelle, hardly eats anything for fear of turning fat. Temperance is a virtue, yes. You don't want to get too fat, my girl. You're my girl. I mean, yeah. 15 now. She's brave. We'll like that. Maybe a bit too kind, but that's fine. How old's your wife? 13 years old. The 1st of January, we can get that marriage done. I'd like to invite you to join me for Gathering of Friends. Will come, of course, Mr. Footley. You're a good man, a good warrior. We respect that. What about the red wines? The red wines are not taking part there on the side of Willis. Just like we are. How's it going? 32%. Looks as though the rebels are losing right now. And the Lannisters have come in. Are they joining this war? No, the Euron's host claim. Okay. And my wife is pregnant. Look at that. We only got married last year, and she's already pregnant. That shows you Randyll is a true man. Fabricate claim on the Kingdom of the Reach. You want to claim the Kingdom of the Reach? I'm going to decline. I'm not going to push for Durwell to get the Reach. I mean, that's preposterous. Preposterous. Once my son is married, though, I mean, we could maybe push for his wife's claim. You arrived at the private rooms of Lord Dontos. There's plenty of food and drink here. Let's get it started and ha! Let's go. Lord Dontos brought out the board in pieces and suggested that you play a few rounds to determine who is the better strategist. Very well. And there we go, Samwell. Your marriage is done. You played for hours. The tides of fortune ebbing and flowing as you tried to attack your opponent's position without opening your defense too much. Eventually you found a critical opening and made a few inspired and aggressive moves and won the game. Hail to the Lord. Good job, Randyll. And the marriage is done. Well, it was fun. I'll dedicate my free time to games now. I don't think so. I think that was just fun. I don't think he's going to dedicate his time to games. But Samwell's been married to Arissa Florent, daughter of Eustace Florent, and Joanna. That's fine. Her claim is good, and she's a Florent. Florents are always good, of course. We can't get an alliance from that, but still, we got good alliances already. We'll do nothing. I think they're in the faction for me right now, so we probably want to keep them in their faction, if I remember correctly, yeah. But on the council right now, yeah, I'm still the Castellan of the Reach. So I'm still an important member of the council right now. We're going to end this part here. It looks as though the rebellion is going to end with Willis winning. 9,000 men just, yeah. Yeah, I can't see Willis losing this. Not good for those rebels. Hopefully they, like, execute her and give the land to Byron Tarly. Ugh, Byron. Byron, how did you turn out like that? Very disappointed. Ooh, a Dundarian. Married to Renly. Actually, let's take a quick look at Aemon before we go. He's starting to look, you know, a bit more aged now. 15. April, soon to be 16. He's not particularly, he doesn't look that great, to be honest. Doesn't look that great at all, but we'll have to wait and see. I'll see you guys next time. I've been NG Paradox.